somehow, I don't know, it's a big blessing for India. When it comes to outer world, these fellows are such a lazy fellows, Indians. In India, when it comes to outer world, they will not work. But when it comes to inner world or religious things, they are just all out. They will put their whole effort. I have seen these guys all the way, they will walk and come. They will do Padayatra and all. But they will not work in their own field. They will not do agriculture. They will not work in their field. They will not work for their wealth. But all the way they will walk from their village and go to Padayatra, to Himalayas or to Palani or to other temples. They will go all the way to Tirupati. They will roll on the ground and go. But when it comes to their agriculture field, nothing. They will think, oh, Venkateswara will do, Venkateswara will do. What to do?
They are not following you, sir.
No, I never stop doing things of the outer world. I do both completely. How do you say they are all following me? Of course, I did meditation, it is true. I spent my life in meditation, it is true. But I never missed what has to be done in the when it comes to the work. When it comes to the work also, I never missed anything, whatever has to be done. Anyhow. So Indians, but it is nice to do meditation programs for those guys because you feel that they are so interested and they sit throughout the night. I have seen we do 4 days program, 4 days NSP. Anybody was done Indian NSP? Yes. 4 days. All 4 night people will be sitting. You will be surprised asking in Salem. Hundreds of people, whole night they will sit. Whole night till next day morning. When we clean when we want to clean the hall, we have to send them out. Hey, go out. We have to clean the hall. But half an hour back again they will be there. So it's different kind of setup. I'll answer some of your questions because so much of questions are gathered. Then after that, we will go to the next layer. And I tell them, at least it's 2-3 days, there should be nothing in the mind except achieving the conscious glimpse. If that one idea is inscribed deeply inside us, at least for these 2-3 days, that's enough, the whole thing will happen. Alright, people who have missed the yesterday night meditation, don't miss at least 2 days. At least 2 days, don't miss. Yesterday night itself, after the meditation itself, you would have felt totally alive and fresh, not feeling like sleeping at all. Then you are touched. Those people you can raise the hand. How many felt? After the meditation itself, you felt just bubbling, not feeling like sleeping. Then you're done. Then you're done. You see, that is the case. How many of you are not able to sleep and you are just lying in the bed and thinking something or talking something? That group also has got it. See?
When you say, have you achieved it? Yes, I have. Next one you say, yes, I have. Like that it is. I do not know what that experience.
Alright, after the meditation, yesterday, when you left, did you feel like sleeping or did you feel totally alive and fresh? Like how you feel early morning?
Alive and fresh.
It means you already experienced, you already gone into the level of where there is no thought but only awareness. Without that you cannot have that fresh feeling. You understand?
I only know the effect, but I don't know what is the...
You see, the problem is, intellectual people can have only effect. When it happens, no, it's true. Emotional people will have the experience and effect. Intellectual people will have only the effect. Why, when the experience happens, you will start verbalizing. You will start comparing. Because of that, you will not experience that as experience, but the effect will be there. It's like a person travels from Bangalore to Delhi in train. Emotional people, they keep their window open. They see all the cities on the way. They reach Delhi. Intellectual people, they keep their windows closed. They straight away reach Delhi. They do not know what has happened in between. You see, in both there are some advantage, there are some disadvantage. For emotional people, the journey itself will be joyful. They can see so many beautiful things. But the danger is, they can misunderstand some other city as Delhi and get down in the between itself. On the way itself. That's the danger with them. That's the plus with them. And intellectual people, you will not get down. You will reach only Delhi. You can never be cheated. Till you become enlightenment, you will not stop. Till you become enlightened, you will not stop. One beautiful thing for intellectual people. But the journey will be very dry. The struggle which you are having now. After effort I am seeing, but when it's happening I am not knowing. Because your intellect is becoming so sharp, till you completely, the enlightenment happens, you will not be able to trust anything. Actually I am your type. That's why I have to struggle. But one thing, in this type also there are some advantages. You will never be cheated. You will never be exploited. You can never be, what to say, made to rest, or you will never escape the journey. Nobody can tell you, oh, I will give you this, or you have achieved that, okay, it's okay, relax. Nobody can do that. You will see that you achieved. That one big plus point is there. But always the journey time when because window is closed, nothing will be seen. So after effect is there, that's enough, means you got it. See, otherwise logically understand, morning till night you are sitting. 15 minutes you can't sit in front of even TV. Within 15 minutes, one round full channel will go and come back. One channel round will happen. More than 15 hours yesterday you sat and listened. And all complicated theories, all complicated concepts, all very high level intellectual concepts. After that, night 12 o'clock, you are feeling suddenly fresh, means how can it be? How can it be? It is because you experience that causal layer. But if you go deep completely and relax into the causal layer, then you will experience a totally different being. Your very eyes will be fresh. Morning when you get up, your whole body will be just like a hollow. If you have felt your whole body is hollow, then you completely fell into the causal body. Yes.
Do you recommend doing this every day night before you go to sleep?
Few days you can do. Then don't take the vow, every day I will do. Then you will not do it. Few days try. You see, all these things, do it like a playful way. Do not make this as a routine. I tell you one thing, please make anything you make routine, you will start hating that. Honest truth. See, there are people who do the Nitya Puja, everyday Puja. The moment Puja is over, they will never again enter into the Puja room. Puja is a punishment for them. I have seen them. They will take oath. I will read Vishnu Sahasranama. Just because some elders say or some punya concept. Vishwan Vishnu Vashatkaro Bodha Bhabya Bhabat Prabhu Bodhatma Bodha Bhadyatma Bodhatma Bodha Bhavanaha. How many numbers over? After 2-3 minutes they will start seeing the number. Tell me honestly, the regular people, anybody, Sahasranama people, do you see the number or not?
I never, Swami. You asked me to come and sit there because of that. I'm telling you honestly, Swami.
You don't see the number?
Because, Swami, when you see the number, then you, I mean, how can you know, Swami? I never, Swami. Swami, you can go inside me and you see me, Swami.
All right. But at least I can say 99.9999%. People always see number. People always see number. Oh, when it will be over. So long. It is going. People always see the number.
I always see the number. To be honest, I always see the number.
And the speed with which it is said, there's no
You can't, no time to look at the number.
See,
No time to look at the number.
no time to look at the number means you are speeding so chant. Vishnu Vishnu Vashatkaro Bodha Bhabya Bhabat Prabhu Bodhatma Bodha Bhadyatma Bodhatma Bodha Buddhatma Paramatma.
Swami, when you learn it, Swami, it's like a tongue twister. So you have to go with the tape and look at the words. So where's the time, Swami, to look at the number, then you miss it. You can't come back to where you are. With the
No, it means you are learning.
Yes, when I was learning.
Now?
Now, I don't, Swami.
Do you use the book?
I had the book because the entire
No. Usually when you chant, you use the book or not?
Yes, Swami, I use the book.
You use the book.
Yes.
The book has got number?
Yes.
Then it is difficult for me to believe. All right, it's okay. Anyhow, now what I am saying, see, what I wanted to say, whenever you wanted to chant as long as you are happy, as long as you feel like, see that sometimes you may be feeling so grateful, you may feel like chanting the whole thing. Half an hour you will be able to sit. Do it. Sometimes you may feel, you may not have that mood. You may feel like sitting 10 minutes. Just do 10 minutes, 100 names, nothing wrong. He is not sitting there seeing bank balance account. Hey, today he chanted only 900 names. Give him only 900 punya. Today he chanted 700 names. Today give only 700 unit punya. Nothing. It is to create a deep feeling of gratitude in you. That's all. So how much you will be able to sit and you will be able to express your gratitude. Do that much. Do not make anything ritual. Do anything only out of your heart. Moment you make anything ritual, it becomes a punishment. Why should you? There is no need. Why should you? There is no need. I always tell people, do not make anything as a ritual. Yes.
But how would the culture go on from if the masses ritual is a form of that's
See, mass will always carry on. Mass will never believe me. Mass will never come to this level. Mass can never come for meditation, ma. You think meditation is for mass? Meditation is for chosen few. The moment you are attracted towards meditation, the moment you are ready to sit with the master, please be very clear, you have gone beyond a level of religion. You are no more a religious person, you are a spiritual being. You can never identify yourself with mass anymore. Anna, forget about all these things. After this program, go to any party, you will not talk about anything else except this type of meditation. All your friends will drop. I am giving you the warning. I have seen always people come back and complain. Swamiji, all my friends have run away. Now I have no friends except the people who are meditators. You will not be able to relate with mass. You will not be able to relate with the common man. You will not be able to talk about the share market. You will not be able to talk about the saree. Which shop you got this saree, where you got this. You will not be able to talk about all these things. You will not be able to talk who ran away with whom, or who is you will not have time. You will not have mood because you will not be a common person anymore. Your taste will become totally different. Your taste will become totally different. Again and again people come back and tell me, Swamiji, 1 month ago I did your NSP. All my friends ran away. Now nobody is talking to me. And I have to create my own circle of friends who are interested in this field. And that is why in our satsang so much of crowd. Because you can't socialize. The only place you can socialize is our satsangs. See, we have 400 satsang centers in 20 countries. Wherever I go, any city, one discourse or two discourses in a satsang center is created. And people ask me, how it is spreading like a wildfire, Swamiji? I tell them the one simple secret is simply disconnect them from society. That's all. Then what? He has to do something. He has to create a socializing circle. Man cannot be alive without little bit of socializing. So simply he has to create a satsang center. That's the whole secret. All our satsang centers are running because you can't relate with anybody else. Then naturally you start thinking, with whom I can relate. You start searching the same frequency people, the same vibe people. Automatically these guys start gathering once in a week, satsang is created, over. You can't relate with a common mass. You are not a common mass anymore. The moment you start thinking that I should find a permanent solution for my whole life. They say in Sanskrit beautifully, mumukshutva. Mumukshutva means that seeking started. The moment the mumukshutva starts, you are no more a common man. The laws and regulations of the common man will not apply for you. And Ramakrishna goes to the other extreme. He says for mumukshus, even if they abandon their social responsibilities, it is nothing wrong. But of course, I am not saying you to abandon all the social responsibility. I am not telling you to do that. Ramakrishna goes to that extreme and gives freedom. Means he says that mumukshus are no more ordinary people. Seekers are no more ordinary people. So you don't have to think you are a common mass. Culture being carried is different totally. There will be always common mass. One thing more. If you are feeling that you are lacking money, you will be attracted towards Lakshmi. If you are feeling you are lacking knowledge, you will be attracted towards Saraswati. Your fulfillment, you will start worshipping. You don't have, she has got, please give me, worship. Same thing. If you are covered and if you want courage, you will start worshipping Kali or Durga. The moment you start feeling you don't have enlightenment, you will be attracted towards the master. Immediately, your whole being is totally different. The moment the mumukshutva starts, the seeking starts, you are no more an ordinary person. Going to ordinary devatas and going towards enlightenment is totally different. You understand? Man who feels he is lacking money will be attracted towards Lakshmi. He will start praying. Man who feels he is lacking knowledge or education, wisdom, he will start praying towards Saraswati. Man who feels he is lacking courage, he will start praying towards Kali. What you feel that you are lacking, you will start praying only towards that God. You will be attracted only to that God. The moment you are attracted to your master, be very clear, you already started feeling the lack of enlightenment. I think I have to achieve the ultimate. I have to reach the ultimate. The human life, I am just cheating myself and I am just cheating the existence. I am just wasting my life. Only when you start feeling that, only when that boiling, when that intense yearning starts, you will start going towards the master. So immediately you are called mumukshu. The mumukshu title will not be given some other day. The moment this starts in you, the moment this inspiration starts in you, from that day you are called mumukshu. For mumukshu, the rules are totally different. For a seeker, rules are totally different. You can't think yourself as a common man anymore. You are not a person who is going and sitting and doing some puja or some homa. It's beautiful. You see, I am not condemning. I have no words to condemn anything. I myself put all these things here and as people do. It's all initial level. But the moment you are attracted towards the enlightenment concept, the moment you are attracted towards the spiritual knowledge, the moment you feel connected to some spiritual master, some spiritual knowledge, some spiritual book, you are mukshu. Immediately you enter into a different level, a different frequency called seeker. So you are not anymore a common man.